The Integrated Martial Arts IMA Academy.
I did 2 years of wrestling in high school. Then after that, I got into the IMA gym and I trained for about 2 years, or about a year before I started my first fight, and then been in there for about a total of 2 years so far. Well, we do Sancho and Jiu-Jitsu in the gym. I usually try using my wrestling more than Jiu-Jitsu, and I like going with wrestling in fights more than really standing up.
Well, my fighting style, much like Hall's, is I really, rely on my wrestling, because I do a lot of wrestling. I train a lot of jiu-jitsu, but that's mainly to help me get out of bad situations that I don't really want to be in. But as long as I'm in control, I'm gonna use wrestling and ground and pound, and my most preferred is stand-up striking.
I fight out of IMA because it's a good gym, good environment, good people, fun people to train with, people to learn off of, like Justin. And Brian's a good coach, works on you step by step, teaches you what you need to know, what you want to learn.
I found that gym about 2 years ago, training at a gym that doesn't do competition, so I was just dying to find someone to start upping my level so I can compete. And when I found it, I found pretty much my home for a gym, because the way we train there is tailor-made to how I like to fight. We do a lot of wrestling style training with jiu-jitsu. You can do as much jiu-jitsu as you want, or just enough jiu-jitsu to get by. But we have a lot of high-level wrestlers that we work with, and we do a lot of stand-up striking. And so the wrestling and the striking and putting it all together for MMA is just tailor-made for how I fight. So that is one of the reasons why I love my gym that I train at. We put the sand shell on there because that's the boxing style that we do. Most gyms concentrate mainly on jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, and I don't really like a Muay Thai style striking. I rather do the sand shell. We still got clinching and knees and elbows, but we also incorporate shots and sweeps and wrestling shoots anytime we train stand-up. So we're never just doing a boxing style, we're doing a full-out, well-rounded stand-up MMA style every time we train.
That last one actually in the Cage Brawl 1, I fought Elon Cruz. I didn't win the fight, but it was a tough fight. It was a good fight for me, good experience. So it's one of my most memorable fights. I loved it. It was awesome. I mean, besides losing, it was awesome. I loved it. It was fun, entertaining. It's a good show.
Well, I mean, hands down, my most memorable fight was my fight I had at Strike Force in let's see, what date was that? I already forget the date, but when they came up here to Nashville at the Bridgestone, I fought Dustin Ortiz out of Nashville MMA, and I felt that the stand-up was going exactly the way I wanted it to, but when it went to the ground, it really didn't go in my favor after that. But that was my most memorable fight because of how big the stage was, and my ref was Mario Yamasaki, so My most recent win came the fight before Strike Force. I fought at the Murphy Center, and I fought a undefeated boxer that had 4 first-round knockouts for the title, the ISKA State Tennessee title, and I ended up knocking him out in the first round. So, that would be one of my memorable fights, but, he was a nobody really to me. We can take out the part where, because I hit him and he wobbles, and I hit him again and he wobbles more, and instead of getting out of there, he tries to engage and attack me again. And the third right hand hits him behind the ear and he just collapses down to the mat. So you can put that in there, that'll be good. Yeah. And then of course I jump on him and throw about 20 lefts a second on him.
Cage Brawl 1 is a great show to fight in. It was a good environment, great show, and just fun.
I've watched a lot of film from Cage Brawls 1 from one of my teammates training or fighting up there. And from what I've seen, it was a very well executed, promotion, and I really liked the way everything went. I liked the way the cage looked. I liked how professional the ref was and how professional they were with running the show and having the fighters walk out and introducing them and giving their time, give them their time of stardom. I really enjoyed that because fighters need that. They train hard enough, they should have that.
I'm excited for the Cage Brawl 2 fights. It's my first title fight. I'm kind of nervous, but excited. I'm training hard for it, and just however it goes, goes.
Friday, June 4th at the Meadowview Convention Center. Cage Brawls 2 is going to be there. Everybody needs to show up for it. I know all of IMA is coming out there. We have fighters on the card. We're bringing up lots of people from Nashville for it. And so I highly recommend that everybody attend this show because it's going to be awesome.
Could be looking at the next 145 champ.
Cage Brawl Fighting Championships and Tri-City Sign Dealers presents Cage Brawl 2 Friday, June 4th at Meadowview Convention Center in Kingsport. Cage Brawl 2 brought to you by Tri-City Sign Dealers. Cage Brawl, be there.